It's 32 teams in 32 days. Presented by NFLSundayTicket.tv.
And I'm excited to tell you about NFLSundayTicket.tv because, as you know, for 20 years, DirecTV has been the exclusive home to NFL Sunday Ticket, the only way to get every live game every Sunday. Good news, NFL fans. DirecTV has expanded the service. So if you live in an apartment or an enrolled college student, now you can get NFL Sunday Ticket without a satellite. To see if you're eligible, go online to NFLSundayTicket.tv and stream every NFL Sunday Ticket game this season to follow your favorite team, no matter where you live. Law, out here, sitting out here, Southern California, Philadelphia Eagle fan like you. How about this?
Can't always get the game, the local game, if it's not the national broadcast. It's a perfect thing. You can shoot it to your TV on Apple TV, Roku, a bunch of connected devices.
So many different ways for you to do this. Don't need a satellite. Think about that. And as far as the Philadelphia Eagles, last year at this time, if you recall, I named them the team to watch in 2015 because they were the most interesting team regardless of record. If they went 4-12, it would be a disaster and Chip Kelly would be gone. They went 12-4, then Chip Kelly in his shopping of the groceries, doing everything by retooling the entire roster, Sam Bradford and DeMarco Murray, et cetera, Kiko Alonso, LaShawn McCoy out. Then it would be vindicated, it would be validated, and the Chip Kelly way at 12-4, or whatever the record would be, they'd be interesting. 8-8 would be interesting. And what'd they wind up, Chris Long?
Eagles finished 7-9 last year. Really down the stretch is what killed them. The huge blowout loss week 15 against the Cardinals at home, followed by that Redskins loss. A couple of key additions in the offseason. Ruben Randall they get from the Giants. They draft Carson Wentz number 2 overall, but the big loss, Rich, DeMarco Murray. And now you have Matthews getting hurt at practice. And the coaching shift. Doug Peterson, what in your mind kind of is going to set them apart? Is it the loss of Chip Kelly and the acquisition of Doug Peterson?
That's what makes them fascinating because they have wiped the slate clean. In the same way of Kaiser Soze, poof, gone. Pretty much every move.
Yeah, Kiko Alonso gone.
Well,
Chip
Kiko
Kelly
Alonso
guy.
and Maxwell were sent to Miami to move up in the draft position, which got them close enough to get that strike up to number 2 to go ahead and get Carson Wentz. And the question is, when will he play? We don't expect to see him this year. But every single move Chip Kelly made when Howie Roseman got back into his job as the chief grocery shopper on behalf of Jeffrey Lurie, he wiped it all out. And Chip Kelly didn't even finish the season last year. Down the stretch, he wasn't even there down the stretch.
Pat Shurmur took over the reins.
And so even the football gods erasing Ryan Matthews from the moment. He seemed to be the only holdover. Now, DeMarco Murray going, you'd think maybe Doug Peterson would have use for him, but I think it just didn't work out. Get him gone, get him out of there to Tennessee and see what happens. But this is a total wide open division. One of the questions that we have about who is going to make the playoffs this year, on average, 5 teams normally don't make it from the previous playoff group to the next playoff group. The Redskins we put in that mix. Who knows what the Cowboys are doing? The Giants have a new coach. And the Eagles, if the ball bounced one way or another, Chip Kelly might still be coach. I doubt it. It seemed to be more of what was going on behind the scenes. So, Brockman, which do you think is the fantasy player to be tracked on the Eagles?
Merrill mentioned him. I've had him on my team each of the last 2 years. Looking at third-year wide receiver Jordan Matthews, top 20 in targets last year in the NFL. And from his first to second year, saw a 25 increase in targets, 18 more catches, caught 100 more total yards in his second year than his first year, led the Eagles in touchdowns last year with 8. Has a good relationship with Sam Bradford. You could see the difference in his game when Sam was out there. Quarterback, number 1 receiver, top 25 receiver in every fantasy rankings I've seen so far. Big on Jordan Matthews.
What's the Eagles game, do you think, that can't be missed? You got to get the SundayTicket.tv.
Can't be missed. If you're a big Eagles fan, looking at Week 10, a 1 o'clock game, home against the Falcons. Reason I'm looking at this game.
Yeah, what's this one?
It's coming off of a tough 4 road game and 5-week stretch for the Eagles. And this could be the point in the season where it either takes the turn. Are they 5-3 and in first place in the NFC East? Or are they 2-6 and their season's in trouble and they need to turn it around? Also, it's a key game and a must-win because the 4 weeks following Week 10, all against teams that made the playoffs in 2015, Seahawks, Packers, Bengals, Redskins, tough stretch coming up. Need a win in week 10.
Not to mention the Falcons, they played week 1 last year. Everyone was picking the Eagles for the Super Bowl, and the Falcons smacked them in the mouth that game, if you recall. I think it was a Monday Night Football game to open the season last year.
It was the early Monday nighter.
That's a good game. I like that, Brad.
It was the early Monday nighter. And again, it's neat stuff because the NFL fans out there seeking good news have received it with DirecTV expanding NFL Sunday Ticket this season. So if you live in an apartment or are an enrolled college student, now you can get NFL Sunday Ticket without a satellite. To see if you're eligible, go online to NFLSundayTicket.tv and stream every NFL Sunday Ticket game this season to follow your favorite team no matter where you live.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.